In this video, we're going to be talking about the second-gen Honda CRV, and we're going to answer the question, should you buy a second-gen CRV in 2022? If you're thinking about buying a used Honda CRV in 2022, specifically the second generation, you're not the only one. These vehicles are very popular, and that is for good reason. These vehicles are amazing daily drivers. They're somewhat small on the outside, but they're surprisingly spacious and pretty big on the inside. And the back seats also recline and fold down for more storage space. They are amazing all-around vehicles. You can go grocery shopping, go to work every single day, go hit the mall, and then after that, you can go hit some dirt roads and go off-roading. The first, second, and third generation Honda CRVs have held their value in the used car market, and that's because they're Hondas. They're great vehicles, but you can still get them for a lot cheaper than they were brand new, and if you end up purchasing one with higher mileage, you can get a really great deal. In general, all CRVs are very reliable. They are Hondas, and that is what Honda is known for. The first generation CRV had a B20, which was a great engine, but it was somewhat underpowered. The second and third generations had a K24. The K-Series is a very popular engine, and it is very reliable. The K-Series engine has been used in many different Hondas, including the Honda Accord and the new Civic Type R. I've heard of a few examples of the second-gen CRV with over 300,000 miles and running strong. I've owned both the first and second-gen Honda CRVs in all-wheel drive, and they both have been amazing vehicles. I sold my first one at 180,000 miles to my brother, and he drove it well past 200,000 miles. And my second-gen CRV is at 177,000 miles and running strong. These vehicles are very reliable, like I said before, but you do have to look out for a couple things if you're looking into buying one. The second-gen CRVs seem to have a problem with the fabric coming off of the doors. They can also have this weird problem where the driver's seat can rock a little bit. It seems like it gets a little loose on the tracks. It's not a big deal, but it is a little annoying. And one of the biggest negatives about owning or buying a second-gen Honda CRV are the AC problems. The second-gen CRVs are known to have badly designed AC compressors that can go bad, and when they do send out metal pieces throughout the system. You have to clean out the system or replace all of the AC lines in the system. This isn't always the case, but it is a big problem if you end up having a failure that does send metal pieces into the AC lines. I have replaced my AC compressor twice now in about 7 years, and I did buy my CRV with a working AC. It did last a few years, but when it did go out on me, I did have to replace it. I am on my third compressor, and I have been running my AC in my CRV because it is my daily driver every single day. My AC has been working great, and it is super cold, and I've been using this compressor for a little over 2 months now, and it has been working great. But that is one of the problems that you do want to look out for, is a working AC system in the second-gen CRVs. Not all CRVs are equipped with all-wheel drive, but the ones that are pretty off-road capable, at least from my experience. The first and second generations, I have owned both, and I have used both off-road. And these vehicles are surprisingly capable. They can go through some sand, some gravel, some hills, and they're actually pretty good off-road. You can't push it like a Jeep 4x4, and I wouldn't suggest ever taking it into some really deep sand, but for the most part, this CRV does what I need it to do. It can somewhat keep up with my brother's Jeeps as long as they're not going really slow on some really sandy hills. I'm usually pretty much behind them, and I'm actually pretty happy and proud of what my CRV can do, considering it's a little CRV with a K-Series and all-wheel drive, no four-wheel drive. Now, if you are looking into buying a first, second, or third generation Honda CRV, It's all about preference and what you need. The first, second, and third generation CRVs all came with the option of having all-wheel drive, so you can find any of those generations with an all-wheel drive system. The first and second generations do have a spare on the outside, so they do look a little bit more rugged. The first generation is a little bit smaller. And regardless of which one you choose, I think they are all amazing, so you should definitely go test drive one if you are considering buying a CRV, because these vehicles are super reliable. I call my CRV a tank all the time. It is literally just the best vehicle ever for a daily driver. It's an SUV, it has a lot of space, it's decent on fuel. The seats are comfortable, it's easy to drive, it's an automatic, so you can just relax and just hit the gas and start driving somewhere. So to conclude this video, obviously I do think it is worth buying a second-gen Honda CRV in 2022. They are only getting cheaper. I know the market has been pretty crazy lately, but I'm sure the prices will be coming down again soon, and even a high-mileage second-gen CRV can be very reliable. So if you are scared of the miles, it is a Honda. I have seen Hondas go 300, 400,000 miles, which is really crazy. I've never had any problems with my CRV. Obviously, you do want to get one that has been taken care of and has had its maintenance, but these vehicles are definitely very cool and they are worth taking a look at. So obviously I cannot recommend these vehicles enough. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for making it this far. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. It helps me out a lot. If you guys want to see more videos on my second gen CRV and all of the mods that I have done to it, make sure you check out my CRV off-road build playlist where I list all of the mods and all of the stuff that I've done to my CRV, also problems and things that I have fixed on it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.